Well, this is really exciting. You know, I was wondering if Sony was ever going to come out with some sort of streaming platform, because nowadays you can find a streaming service wherever you go, whatever TV you put on, whatever adapter you use, whatever cable box you're using. You can just practically find any streaming service you want. The world is your oyster when it comes to movies and streaming films. And it doesn't look like Sony's going to be going in the streaming route, but rather they're going to go ahead and partner up with one of the major streaming juggernauts. In this case, the streaming founder. That's Netflix, the biggest streaming juggernaut there is. And I think this is brilliant on Sony's part, because a lot of the major IPs, such as Spider-Man and future Sony movies that are coming out in 2022 or later, they're going to be debuting on Netflix first thing as soon as the movies are taken out of theaters. And this is really exciting, because who doesn't want to watch Spider-Man on Netflix? Now, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is available on Netflix as we speak, but here, this article breaks down a little bit more details about that. I'm going to get into that in just about a second. But before I do that, I want you guys to go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and click on bell notifications so you all don't miss anything. I upload content regularly on a daily basis, and I do live streams twice a week now, starting Tuesdays and Sundays, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So go ahead and calculate that time zone wherever you're at. And lastly, join my Discord. The invitation link to that is down in the description box below. Where there you can engage with a lot of people who are into the same kind of topics as you and me. We have all the chats for that here, whether you want to talk about comics, movies, games, and more. It's all there for you to enjoy. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and get back to the article and do this breakdown. Spider-Man movies will now stream on Netflix first, thanks to the new Sony deal. Now, for the past few months, every studio has been figuring out how to balance theatrical movies with growing streaming services. Warner Brothers has one strategy, Disney has another, and Paramount yet another. So Sony has its own strategy, and it's got the biggest name recognition possible in Netflix. So after a nearly 2-year auction, Netflix has secured the rights to stream Sony Pictures' theatrical films in the first pay TV window. So according to Variety, this will begin on Sony's 2022 films and continue for 5 years. So while 2021 films like Spider-Man No Way Home, Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and Ghostbusters Afterlife won't count, all future films with those characters will. So for now, the biggest of those is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2, currently set for release in October 7th, 2022. Uncharted, Escape Room 2, and Morbius are currently the only Sony titles announced for 2022 release. So it boils down to this: Sony movies will debut in theaters as they would have in the past. Then, as usual, they're going to show up on Blu-ray and DVD. And after that, they'll show up exclusively on Netflix. In the past, for Sony movies, this deal was in place with Stars, so there's no word exactly how much time will pass between a film's theatrical debut and its Netflix debut. But it is expected to be shorter than the usual 9-month length Sony films have had in the past. As part of the deal, which reportedly will cost Netflix hundreds of millions of dollars based on how much each film grosses, Netflix also gets exclusive rights to Sony films that are direct to streaming. Oh, and that deal is only in the US. So if you guys are living out there, overseas, and you want to get a US account, you better get in contact with a buddy or family member who lives in the US and ask them for their sign-in, so that way they can go ahead and get the US, or get a VPN or something, so that way you can start streaming United States films. So Sony already had a deal with Sony for its animated titles. I'm pretty sure that is a typo. I think it's meant to say Netflix already had a deal for Sony titles, but it's animated titles, and a big reason why the upcoming The Mitchells vs. the Machines is debuting there. But now it extends to everything else, including select back catalog titles. So Sony Pictures is a great partner, and we are thrilled to expand our relationship through this forward-thinking agreement. Netflix global film head Scott Stuber said in a statement. So this not only allows us to bring their impressive slate of beloved film franchises and new IP to Netflix in the US, but it also establishes a new source of first-run films for Netflix movie lovers worldwide. So with most of our studios relying on their own streaming services for their big theatrical films, Netflix teaming up with Sony feels like two juggernauts teaming up to fend off the new guys. And definitely that is very apparent, because with this team up, it really is going to fend off just about every other streaming application you can think of. I mean, I can name a bunch without even thinking about it. So we got Netflix, of course, Prime from Amazon, Crunchyroll, that's for anime if you guys are anime buffs. We have, pretty much everything you can think of, HBO Max. It's all there. Hulu, like if you want to stream something and stream a good movie, all that is available to you, of course, on a monthly subscription. But this is really big news. This is such a big deal. Netflix, I think they're doing this because they're starting to see the competition, the new guys in this case, they're starting to see like a lot of people moving over to those applications. I myself actually got rid of Netflix. I don't use it anymore. I don't really find myself using it as much because honestly, I can never find anything really decent to watch on Netflix except with some of the Netflix exclusive offers, like, you know, the originals that have been actually coming up very lately. I haven't found myself finding the time to even watch it or even use my Netflix account that much. But I did maintain some of the other streaming applications that actually have a wide variety of movies and selections, like HBO Max. And, you know, I'm sorry if I'm, talking about my personal things here, but I just wanted to share that with you. But this alone, this new deal alone, has actually convinced me otherwise that I think I should probably reactivate my subscription with Netflix because Spider-Man is awesome. And if I want to catch a good Spider-Man flick or any other good Sony flicks like Venom, Let There Be Carnage, well, that's actually not going to count, but honestly, it should be included in that catalog. If I want to catch a good Spider-Man flick, I'll just hop into Netflix and watch some Spider-Man movies. And if not, Uncharted and other Sony original animated series or pictures or whatever. So this is really exciting news. Unfortunately, we won't get Spider-Man No Way Home or Venom Let There Be Carnage because those movies are slated for 2021, but it's only including 2022 or later, and that's going to be for 5 years until they have to renew their contract with Netflix and see if they can do another 5-year deal where all the Sony Pictures films end up on Netflix streaming application. So this is really exciting. I'm looking forward to this. I don't know if this, I think this will make me want to reactivate my subscription with Netflix, but we'll see. We'll see how badly I want to watch Spider-Man movies and other films on Netflix from Sony. Until next time, guys, that's all I got for you tonight. Let me know your thoughts about this. If you're excited for this, comment down below what movies you're looking forward to from Sony besides the new releases. I'm looking forward to, of course, Spider-Man No Way Home, but that is a Sony and Marvel Studios film. And I am looking forward to Venom Let There Be Carnage. And I want to see where the Venom character goes in terms of, like, perhaps meeting up with Spider-Man one day. I want to see how they end up using that character and if they're going to do a crossover. I'm sure Sony's going to want to do that at some point. But that's pretty much all I got for you tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on bell notifications so y'all don't miss anything. And as always, I will see you all in the next comic panel.